Continuing with the P block elements. Next question is comment upon hydrides of nitrogen family. Answer. As we know, nitrogen family members they form trivalent hydrides with general formula MH3. These hydrides are NH3 ammonia, phosphine, arsine, antimony hydride, stilbene, and bismuthine. Let us do the characteristics. Number one is gaseous nature. Except ammonia, all other hydrides are gaseous in nature. Now question comes, why phosphine is gas, ammonia is liquid? Why NH3 is liquid but phosphine BH3 is gas? The reason is very simple. Ammonia molecules they possess hydrogen bonding, due to which their molecules remain associated together and physical state that changes to liquid state. And in case of phosphine, the size of phosphorus is quite large and phosphorus is less electronegative in nature. Therefore, there is no hydrogen bonding in pH3 and it possesses weak van der Waals forces among its molecules. That's why it exists as a gas. Then we have poisonous nature. All the other hydrides except ammonia, they are poisonous in nature because they combine with the iron of the hemoglobin and they tend to clot the blood. That's why they are poisonous in nature, except ammonia, which is not so dangerous, not so poisonous in nature because it does not complexes with the hemoglobin. Third, we have volatile character. Since they are gaseous except ammonia, so all the hydrides they are volatile in character due to their gaseous nature. Then we have thermal stability of hydrides. It decreases top to bottom. NH3 is the most stable hydride. pH3 comes number 2. Then arsine. After arsine we have stilbene. And last we have BiS3. So BiS3 is the least stable hydride. NH3 is the maximum stable hydride. So thermal stability decreases when we move ammonia to bismuthine. It is due to increase in size of the central metal atom. Its bond with hydrogen that's go on weakening. That's why BiS3 is a least stable hydride of this family. Then we have reducing character. Reducing character will definitely increase from ammonia to bismuthine. Ammonia is the least basic, then phosphine. After that we have arsine, and then we have stilbene, and after this most basic in character, most reducing in character is BiS3. It is due to the weak bond of bismuth with hydrogen, therefore it can release hydrogen more easily. Then we have bond angle. When we move ammonia to phosphine, the bond angle definitely increases. It is because of the increased lone pair bond pair repulsion. As we move from nitrogen to arsine and arsine to bismuthine, we find that lone pair go on expanding. Due to increase in size of central atom, the lone pair extends and it pushes the bond pair nearer to each other, that's why the bond angle that will definitely increase when we move from ammonia to bismuthine. So bond angle is least in this case. It is maximum in case of ammonia. It is around about under 7 degree 5 minutes, and it is nearly 93.5 minutes. So bond angle definitely decreases top to bottom because of the more lone pair bond pair repulsion in the lower members. Then we have the bond angle. After bond angle, we have the Lewis basic character. Ammonia is the strongest Lewis base in this family. It is mainly because of the high electronegativity of nitrogen. It can easily donate lone pair of electron to other elements, the Lewis acids, as compared to other hydrates. So it is the strong complexing agent. This question is also asked so many times, why ammonia behave as a strong complexing agent. This is mainly because of the high electronegativity of the nitrogen. It is capable of releasing or supplying protons more easily as compared to the other members of the family, other hydrates you can say. So ammonia is a good complexing agent. So these are the few characteristics of the your hydrates of nitrogen family, and questions are generally asked, why ammonia is liquid, phosphine is gas. Now why BiS3 is the least stable hydrate as compared to ammonia, why they are volatile in character. So bond angle, why bond angle that decreases when we move from ammonia to bismuthine. So all of these questions they are to be sorted out with the explanation of these properties. You can easily answer all these questions. Then we come to question number next, why N2 is chemically inert. जो नाइट्रोजन गैस है that is chemically inert, why it is so inert, why not so reactive. So question number 2 of this lecture is, why N2 is chemically inert. Answer is N2 has triple bond. To break this bond, high energy is required. That is 941.5 kilojoule per mole, which cannot be supplied under normal conditions. That's why we say N2 is chemically inert due to its bond high energy. This high energy is difficult to supply under normal conditions. That's why we say that nitrogen is chemically inert. Then we have the question, what happens when lead nitrate PbNO3 twice and ammonium nitrate are heated. So when they are heated, for example, let us take first of all lead nitrate. On heating, it will give you 2 PbO plus 4 NO2 plus O2 gas. And when ammonium nitrate is heated, we will get N2O plus 2 water. N2O, you know, it is also called as laughing gas. We will see its preparation when we will be preparing the oxides of nitrogen in the lab. Now name most basic hydride of nitrogen family. Most basic hydride we have just done. Ammonia is the most basic hydride of nitrogen family. Then hydride with maximum stability, maximum thermal stability, it is again ammonia. Then hydride with lowest boiling point, Lowest boiling point is seen in case of the phosphine due to weakest van der forces among all the hydrides. Then which hydride is the strongest reducing agent? We have just done this. BiH3 is the strongest reducing agent. Then he says another important question. Write the oxy acids of phosphorus in different oxidation states. Write oxy acids of phosphorus इन अलग अलग ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट में ये ऑक्सी एसिड पूछे जाते हैं. +4 स्टेट, +3 स्टेट and +5 state. So first of all we take oxy acids in +4 state is hypophosphoric acid H4P2O6. Structure is like this. It is a tetrabasic acid. So here phosphorus is present in +4 state because oxygen is -12. Subtract +4 from it, you will get -8. That is balanced by 2 phosphorus. So each phosphorus is in +4 state. Then we have oxy acid in +3 state. That is H3PO3. Here phosphorus is in +3 state. This is called as phosphorus acid. Then oxy acid in +4 state H3PO4. This is phosphoric acid. Now structure of these acids. This is phosphorus acid, dibasic acid. इसी तरह से you have to give the structure of orthophosphoric acid or phosphoric acid, same compound. Here it is tribasic acid. This is dibasic. It can release only 2 protons which are attached to oxygen. This proton cannot be released. Then why nitrogen and phosphorus they are capable of showing -3 state? This is also important question. Why nitrogen and phosphorus are capable of showing -3 state? Other members do not. It is due to their small sizes. They can easily accept electrons. And so -3 state. Other members, due to their large sizes, they are not capable of accepting electrons so easily as are accepted by nitrogen and phosphorus. Then we have why triethylamine. Question number 6 is why triethylamine does not act as Lewis base, but trimethylamine behave so. Reason for that is in triethylamine the silicon is sp2 hybridized and lone pair is involved in p-pi bonding, so that cannot be lost. But nitrogen in trimethylamine is sp3 hybridized and possesses one lone pair which can be easily donated. So this is the reason why trimethylamine it acts as a strong Lewis base, while triethylamine that does not act as a Lewis base because its lone pair is lost in p-pi d-pi bonding with the silicon lone pair is lost with d-pi p-pi bonding with the methyl neighboring methyl groups, but in this case that lone pair is freely available. That's why it acts as a strong Lewis base. This is all about this factor.